G'day, JP here, and welcome back to Melbourne Cycling Zwift Racing. It's Friday afternoon in Melbourne here, and it has to be the coldest day of the year so far. It is freezing. All the weather reports were warning about this wind chill, and it's cold. It's cold, dark, and miserable. Well, I didn't really want to get out of the nice warm house, but I've managed to get things going, and I'll have a bit of a Zwift race today. The race today will be on another new course. It'll be out in the New York circuit, and the race is the 4 p.m. 3R series Astoria Line hilly race. I'm not sure if it's going to be that hilly, but it's a new course we haven't seen on the channel. I don't think actually I've done any racing on New York before, so it should be an interesting race. Looking at the course profile, it's a 2-lap race with a total of about 280 meters of climbing. So as you can see, there's a few little bumps here and there, but it's really mainly a flat race, and it's mainly through the Central Park, so should make for a good race. Looking at the course on Strava, the current KOM is about 14 minutes for 1 lap. Obviously I won't be getting anywhere near that today, but being a 2-lap race, that'll make it a good 30-35 minute race. So it's going to be short and sharp and fast. I'm not really sure what sort of tactics I'll be using. Since there's not too many hills, it'll be a bit like a criterium, and being so short, I imagine it'll be full gas from the gun. As you can see, I've got the jacket on. Being so cold, it's probably the perfect Zwift racing weather, because as you know, it can get pretty hot. So that's one positive. Anyway, we'll start with the jacket and we'll see how we go. Let's go to the starting line. I've changed my wheels. If it really is flat and fast, I put the Zip 808 wheels on, nice and deep. Should be a bit faster than the climbing wheels. I'll take anything I can get. So far we've got 8 races lining up. Not sure who's in which grade yet. That'll be revealed when we start. On the companion app, it looked like there were about 4 or 5 A graders, so anyway, let's get the show on the road, eh? 10 seconds. And away we go. A lot of A graders, look at them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 A graders. Starting pretty quickly too. Not sure how I should ride this. Maybe I should go for a breakaway. Maybe I should try and hold the pace high. If I don't like all the attacks, maybe I should be setting a fast pace to numb everyone. I don't think I'm good enough for that. Let's go back here. Let's see if the race settles down. Let's do a quick flag check. Got a few Aussies and some other flags. I've got to do some homework. All continents of the world represented. It's an international race today. It's just Zwift, I know. There's 1k down. Are we done yet? Wow, I'm all the way off the back. Got to try and be smooth. Otherwise you go up the front, off the back, for no reason. It's very hard to judge. See, now I'm out off the front again. There are two A graders up ahead. Stick to those guys, I'm doing alright. There is a steep bit there. 7-8%, but really short. Got to remember that for the next time around. See here again. But I mean, it's not much. Central Park in fall. I think there's a song, I won't sing it for you. As a kid I always wanted to be first builder. Still all together, we've got 27 riders. Staying somewhere up the front. Mainly A graders in this bunch now, but still a lot of B graders. So it hasn't really thinned out much. I wonder if we've got sprinters in here or climbers or what. Feeling okay. Got caught out a bit here, but it's okay. See that group ahead? There's a bit of a split there. These guys are riding up. I want to make sure I do the same. See, they're going. Gotta be awake, gotta keep up. And stay positive. .2 under the banner. Let's see. Drafting. Might as well just use it, screw it. Bit of a break here. Still on the first lap. If I'm drafting, I don't know why I'm getting in front. I'm just rolling anyway. So this is the last 200 or 300 meters of the first lap. So I get a good look at the finish line when we come around again. Looks like it's a bit of an uphill drag. A little bit, it's 8%. Interesting finish. If there's any real sprinters here, it might be too much for them. My legs are numb, absolutely numb. Second lap, lap 2. Some guys are going for it on this climb. And that guy's got a boost. two guys. Looks like I caught them, but at what cost? I don't know. Jesus. He's going again. %. He's going. Oh. Can't give up now. Oh. That guy's fast. He's gonna go again. Jesus. Gotta close the gap. This is some other group. Oh. Can't talk, sorry. Come on. Jesus. Live to fight another day.
Now I get excited when I'm thinking about my future plans, and I can't hide it 'cause you never know where you're gonna end. On my mind, got these things all on my mind. I don't know about you, it's what I'm gonna do.
Final 1.2 Ks. Feather. Oh, I don't want to use it now, but I gotta. Damn it. See? Asleep. $500 meters. They're catching me. Ah, cramping. Ah. Holy smokes. So, sixth place, basically the last A grader to finish again. "26 seconds down. Average power 281 watts. Average heart rate 148. So it's a pretty fast tempo there for 33 minutes. Just got caught out at the end. So look at some metrics here. Everything's down quite a bit. 5-second power, 1 minute power is not too bad. For such a short race, I would have expected that on these, maybe not the 20 minutes, but should have been able to hit a really better 5-minute power than that. But anyway, still a solid effort. I managed to stick with them for most of the way, so that's the start. And yeah, let's go and check the other. Let's go and check the timeline. So there's the course. You can see it's all on the Central Park in New York on Manhattan Island. Let's give some ride-ons. I don't do that enough. Or do I follow them? I don't know. Let's check timeline. So the timeline, you can see my heart rate was pretty solid up the front, up this first half of the race. Then it started in the second lap. The pace dropped off quite a bit, but there were a few surges here. So this is where I was chasing those guys down. And then finishing the last K, all finishing in the red. So good power there, I guess. Looking at the Zwift power, looks like the official results put me in 3rd place. So that's a bit better than earlier. Someone didn't have heart rate, I noticed, and whatever else. So average 4.3 watts per kilo for 33 minutes. 20-minute power is about the same, 4.3. That's basically the race distance. 5-minute power. Let's switch to watts, not watts per kilo. A bit more meaningful. Alright, so 20-minute power. We've seen most of these numbers before. Interestingly, for average power for the race, I was the highest. So I averaged the highest watts per kilo. So there's the Zwift power. 3rd place, that's okay. That's back in the trophies. So that was an interesting race, something different, a lot shorter, a lot faster. It's quite a nice circuit actually, those little rolling hills. Kept it interesting. We had a good bunch there of A graders of about 6 of us. A couple of really strong boys. You saw them take off a couple of times there. I felt okay. I was pretty happy. Pretty happy that there was a couple of times there where they were getting away and I could see myself getting dropped again. but I dug deep and I chased back on and got back with them. So it's really, really good. I was really happy about that. I was happy to get to the end and be up the front. It's pretty obvious where I made a mistake. I was going on the final kilometre there. We were going under that banner, and I was worrying about the power up and not concentrating. And a couple of guys, as that first kicker, they took off there and they were gone. I did manage to hang on, chase back down those other two guys, which I was pretty happy with. And then I went flying past those guys, and I was about 10 metres out with about 200 metres to go, and my legs were just finished. I screwed up a gear chain. There was nothing left in the tank. I'm not making any excuses, but I made a mess of the gears a little bit. I felt my right calf cramping up a little bit, and the other thing was I saw the gap just shorten a little bit behind me, so I knew that they were coming, and I just couldn't hang on, otherwise I would have been way up the front. Well, it would have been a couple more places, but I'm really happy anyway to bring one home, I guess. Nice course there. I'm not sure why it looked like it was autumn. It should be spring in New York, I think, but it's a nice course out there in New York. I haven't ridden it too many times. I think I've done a bit of a sightseeing tour on those glass roads. It's pretty nice. But yeah, that's it. That's another race done this week. A really good solid 33-minute effort there. I didn't think I was going to do it today. I really couldn't be bothered, but I'm glad I made the effort and got out here as usual. The weather's looking pretty grim this weekend. I know there hasn't been much proper riding videos on the channel. I apologise, but family, life, all those things, as you know, get in the way, or not get in the way, take priority sometimes. So it's going to be another weekend like that. I mean, the weather's going to be grim. My son's got a couple of piano competitions, and also he's playing footy out in Preston on Sunday. So it's going to be a jam-packed weekend without much bike riding. So good to get this done today. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's only 5 o'clock here, so 5 o'clock at night on the evening. So I'll be able to get everything packed up and have a nice dinner. Anyway, until next time, GoPro stop recording.